Right, yeah. Check 1, 2. Everything's working. Sun's out. It's rained though. So it's drying up now. But yeah, it rained overnight. So here we are with the trolley. Got the trolley. What a machine. This one is the this is the Mover X expandable. Finger bandage is still there. So let's put my glasses on. So I've got the XMaxx. Move the trolley. Don't want to damage the trolley. So I've done some stuff to this. Let me bring it over and show you. So, despite everything I've said, I have fitted a GPM 7075 drive shaft and GPM, if you can see them, shock tops. So those nice little, nice aluminium blue shock caps, which will do absolutely nothing because the ones I've took off were perfect. But these are blue and that kind of matches my theme, doesn't it? But more importantly, I've put some M2C M2C piston things in, which I think were less expensive than the GPM shock caps. So there we go, shock caps that will do nothing cost more than these GPM inserts. And what they are, from what I can see, is a method of stopping the shock piston, well, method for restricting the flow of the shock fluid past the shock piston on the rebound. So since I fitted these new stronger 15 quid springs from Adu, I noticed, if you watch my videos regularly, you'll notice that the back end tends to pitch up like a pogo stick. So I thought maybe these would help reduce that. And in the hand, so not attached to the truck, they did seem to quite noticeably slow down that spring back effect from when you squish the shocks down and then let them go. However, as you can see, it is still having a little bit of bounce. It's also making a funny noise, but we'll find out what that is in a bit, no doubt. There. Just going to bring it in and just check I've not got a battery catching. Oh, you little bastard. Come back. Like a naughty child trying to escape me. No idea what that noise is. Anyway, let's crack on. Yeah, so on the bench, it really slowed the rebound. But obviously that's nothing like still doing it, innit? It's still got that pitch up. Something not right here. Just hear like a funny clicking. There, can you hear it? When you turn left, weirdly. There. Anyway, let's carry on. What a truck. Now, I'm not one for like saying things make a difference when they don't, or constantly justifying upgrades, because I find that really cringy, and everything you ever do is amazing, and everything you do has made a difference, and it's like really, ugh, bore off. So I would say it has made a nominal difference, but they weren't expensive. I mean, it lands nice, and it seems to handle well. It's a bit less up and down. Now, the instructions on how to install them, I think I've done it right. It said insert with the slots down. So my interpretation of that was that the slots on these little pistons would be pointed towards the shock perches, so down, so the way these work is you unscrew like a cassette that drops, and you've got your piston, and you've got your piston top, whatever you call that little thing, the thing I've swapped basically. So I've took that off, put the new one on, and the slots are facing down to the ground, and then but obviously it could be up to interpretation as to what's the top. Does it mean down as in can you see what I mean? They're not the best, I will say. I bought another bit of M2C stuff, and it was the little brace for the Max, and it had some super glue with it. And it's not mentioned in the instructions, nothing about super glue. I was like, what's the super glue for? So I emailed them, and fair enough, like they're mint, you know, they replied straight away. Well, when they got up, I suppose, 8-hour time difference, but yeah, as soon as they woke up in America, he replied and said it's for securing the nuts. I was like, all right, by which point I'd already installed it, and I couldn't for the life of me think why you'd use super glue to hold the nuts. I mean, this is boring, isn't it? But whatever. So yeah, so there's that, like, I find the instructions with them, although the stuff is brilliant, obviously, it's really good, I find some of the instructions with them a little bit ambiguous, or missing, you know, like, as in just didn't actually explain what certain bits were for. So yeah, but so I think I've done these in the right direction, facing down, as in facing the ground. But who knows? Someone in the comments said that that they tell you to make them face up on one of my videos, and I was like, no, they don't. I'm sure it says to make them face down. So yeah, God knows. God only knows. God only knows what I'd do, how I'd live without you. Oh, horse. Let's wait. Wait till the horse has gone. It's nice, isn't it? Like grey and white with a man on it. I often see men riding horses. For whatever reason, it just tends to be women, doesn't it? Here, I mean, I'm only basing that on here, not the whole of the world, before, you know, a load of cowboys jump in and put me right. Now that can break opinion. Nope. We sound all right. There's all sorts of noises going on. So yeah, like I was saying, I wouldn't say something is better if I didn't think it is. Every time. Is that... Can you see what's happened? It's that front right wheel. Something... It's lost its little peg, look. You see? Oh, it's popped the whole thing off. So, I can repair that because I brought my trolley. I brought my trolley, everyone. So this can be fixed. Ugh. Here we go. Trolley to the rescue. Worth every penny. Ugh. This is going to be like a wrenching video, innit? A wrenching video. Here we go. Prepare to watch a very unskilled man try to do something. So what I think's happened here is hopefully the camera's picking this up, because I'm never sure if it is. Hopefully it is. Yeah. What a mess. So I can't do it because I need a bigger. That has come off that. Look, it's intact. I don't think I can repair that here. Let me just have a think. Maybe I could. I took that out. So a while back I replaced these hubs with they were RPM ones, and that kept coming out, that there kept popping off, and the pin dropping, only dropping inside the wheel, if that makes sense, but like the pin sort of popping out. Right, that's it, innit? That's all it is. So I replaced the RPM ones that have been in since the day I bought it, which is 2 years ago in September. So I checked that the other day. So 2 years ago in September, when I bought it, I fitted, that don't look right, does it? 2 years ago in September I fitted, before I even ran it, or before I really ran it, you know, any sort of distance, I fitted some, why does that not want to go in? I fitted some RPM hubs. And they've been in pretty much since day one, and this has never ever happened with my RPM ones. Piece of shite. Why does that not want to get? It goes in there. Why is that? That doesn't make any sense, does it? It goes in fully like that, but then when you put that over, it only goes to there. Just got it. So basically what I'm saying is, or what I'm suggesting is, when I replace them for these Traxxas ones, which is this, they're shit, because this has never happened with the you know, that's basically flexed completely off, and that never ever happened with the RPM ones that I've replaced. God, this is long-winded. I replaced with these because the threads there had given up, so that kept coming off. By that point, Traxxas then made these things to accept the larger bearings. So when I swapped mine instantly for the RPM, it was because this little truck 2 years ago didn't come with the big bearings, it came with the little bearings, and it was like a well-known upgrade. Fast forward 2 years, of course, Traxxas have caught up with that, and they fit their own big bearing version. And so I thought, well, no point, don't need to spend the extra £3 or whatever it is to get the RPM ones. I'll just fit the new Traxxas ones. And sure enough, something that's never happened to me before, which is that break, or that it's not a break even, is it? That failure, that flexing that's created that failure, that's never happened with the RPM ones. So there we go. What an investment. I'd say it's reduced it maybe 15, maybe 20%, maybe reduction on that sort of donkey kick spring up, but it still does it. But I do like the way it sort of handles when it's just normally driving. It looks like it's got that nice suppleness back again, which I think it lost a little bit with these springs. It became a bit more, it just seems to have a nice kind of, I watched a video from when I first bought it, and it sort of handled the bumps. It was just nice and smooth, and sort of, it seems to have that now rather than the ricochet effect. It just seems to be like nice and smooth over the imperfections of the ground. Everything alright? Yeah, everything's red hot, obviously. That's the way we like it. So yeah, so I was expecting this to be absolutely super smooth when it landed, from how it felt on the desk. You can even see, look, it's lovely and supple. It hasn't got that horrible instant rebound. And I think it does drive a little nicer with them. But it hasn't ended the springy impacts. I mean, that's better. At least it's sort of da-dump rather than pitching forward on its backside. And 10 points to anyone who spotted the failure. So that's 2 runs. Yeah, 2 runs it's been on them. And it has really done it. Look at that one. It has really done a good one. Great double as well, wasn't it? Now the next thing to work out is what's that noise. So yeah, there we go. Probably need different tyres. I'll try that under warranty. It's a good one, that, isn't it? They're vented as well. You know, I've sealed them and then vented them externally. But it has really done that, look. Foam's all good. So yeah. So other than a weird clicking noise, I'm not sure Not sure about my pistons, if they've made much of a difference, but it drives nice. Quite like the way it sort of feels, if that makes sense, but didn't seem to make a big difference with the jumps. Obviously the shock pistons are fine, they don't, those tops, they don't do anything, do they? And the centre drive shaft doesn't do anything, but in case you haven't seen, it's blue. So, you know, it's on theme, and it's made out of 7075, which seems to be this like miracle wonder metal that the whole of China can produce cheaply, but for some reason manufacturers can't use, which makes me think that, is it actually 7075? Because I imagine you can't license the numbers 7075. So if I was in China and I was making things, I'd just say 7075 on all of them. But is it? Who knows? Unless you're going to analyse it with a, you know, a metallurgy scientist who can check what metal is, how do you ever know what it is? So I don't know. It's going a bit like C ratings, isn't it? Everything's 7075. Everything's 200C. It's all just nonsense, isn't it? So anyway, the stuff I buy is GPM, so I presume that they're relatively all right, aren't they? God knows. So I trust that that is kind of the right stuff. But anyway, regardless, it's got a 7075 centre shaft, and I think those top things on the shock absorbers, I think they're 7075. 7075. 7075. Wow. Who knows? Just a waste of money, isn't it? In general. Right. Anyway, rambling, wasn't it? Got sandals on. Crocs, these are, in case anybody wants them. And that's something to do with Stranger Things.